And we are back. We took some time off to watch some things, and today we are going to be talking about The Batman, the latest reboot from the Caped Crusader. So, should you go and watch it? Well, you gotta stick around to find out.
So there is so much of this movie to talk about. Clocking in at 3 hours, you do get your Batman fix. So what is this movie about? Batman is in his early days of his career. He's only in year 2 of his crime fighting, and Gotham City is a cesspool of corruption and violence. Batman himself has started to instill fear into some enemies, but he feels as though he isn't even making a dent in helping Gotham. And through this darkness comes the Riddler, a sadistic killer who starts to leave behind clues for Batman to solve. As he gets closer to solving this riddle, he learns of the deeper problem in Gotham, and he has to unmask the culprit and bring justice to those who abused their power and corruption that has been plaguing Gotham City. I really liked how they portrayed Gotham in this movie. You've never quite seen this city like this before. It's bleak, and more than once had us saying, why would you keep living here?
Not only that, but like this movie really just took place at either night or dusk. So you never really got this whole sense of hope that a new day brings. I think they did a really good job here. This isn't like a Batman movie we've seen before. The Riddler was a really good villain. He was a little bit creepy, but it was nice to see somebody other than the Joker. Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman, I loved her. Just her performance and everything, and the way that she moved and really embodied Catwoman kind of puts her right at the top of my list of the many Catwomans we've had. Now her mask though, that could have had some work done, because it was just a beanie with some holes and you could tell it was her the whole time.
So how did Robert Pattinson do? Alright, so in every Batman you usually get 3 sides to the Bruce Wayne character. You get the playboy, you get the more vulnerable side, which he shows to Alfred, you know, his father-like figure, and then you get the real Bruce Wayne, which is Batman. In this movie, we only get that character. We have a Bruce Wayne who hasn't yet learnt to try and be more human. He's hardly even seen in public, really. He just lives at night as the Caped Crusader, fighting crime and bringing justice. It's a super different take to what we've seen before. He's super emo when he's not in his suit, and more than once I've just wanted to start singing the Black Parade.
When I was a young boy.
The Batmobile and the suit are pretty cool, and he's actually in the bat suit for like 95% of this film. And when he's approaching enemies, just walking super slow, or he's walking around crime scenes, you just hear leather. Always leather. And I have to mention the Batman voice. You know, it's become a thing that they all have to put on a voice now. So what did Robert Pattinson do? Well,
nothing.
Pretty much. He just used his Bruce Wayne voice, and that kind of ties into that whole thing I was saying about how Bruce Wayne is just Batman in this movie.
So if you haven't guessed it, we really did like this movie. I will say though, for the 3 hours, I fell asleep 3 times. And granted, I tried, I really did. I even took a nap before this movie, but between the long, drawn out, unnecessary scenes and then the comfy ass movie theater chairs and it just being dark, your girl didn't stand a chance. I was just like... I will say though that I don't recommend watching this in a drive-in theater, because at that point it'll just end up being a podcast.
Straight out, it's just such a dark movie. So yeah, go watch it and let us know what you think of this new Batman movie. What did you think of Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz? What about the Riddler? I mean, Jackie and I have a soft spot for Jim Carrey, and that'll always be in our hearts. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. Like always, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. We will see you in the next one.
I am Batman.